my dear students. How are you? I hope all are you good. Welcome back to another class. Today, let me start English chapter number 14, The Little Nightingale. The emperor's palace was very beautiful. It had a beautiful garden which was full of colorful and pleasant smelling flowers. Beyond the garden, there was a forest with huge trees and deep blue lakes. The forest went down to the sea, which was a clear crystal blue. Large ships sailed under the trees of the sloping forest. A little nightingale lived in the branches of these trees. यानी कि कोयल है ना? So the little nightingale sang so beautifully that even the busy fishermen stopped their work and listened to it and said, "How beautiful it is." Poets wrote about the beauty of the nightingale's song. They said that is the loveliest of all. Soon the emperor came to know that he had a little bird in his court, which was even more famous. Why hasn't anyone told me about the bird? He shouted. I will cut off your heads if you don't immediately find me that bird whose song has captured so many hearts. But no one in the emperor's palace had heard of the nightingale, which sang sweet songs. People ran up and down in a great hurry, but not one could spot the nightingale. The emperor said the nightingale must come before me this evening. The poor courtiers ran up and down, but couldn't find the little nightingale. The lords and the ladies were also searching for the nightingale. At last, a beautiful lady saw a poor little kitchen maid doing her work in a corner of the kitchen. Listen, girl, have you heard of such a bird as a nightingale? She asked. The kitchen maid looked up and said, "Oh, I know the nightingale very well. When I return from my work, she sings for me every day." The first lord, a very important person, came down to the kitchen himself and said, "Little kitchen maid, lead us to the nightingale and we shall be highly rewarded." And so they all marched off to the forest in search of the nightingale. On the way, they heard a cow mooing. "Ah, that must be the nightingale," said the courtiers. "No, no," said the kitchen maid, "the nightingale lives far away." Then they moved forward. On the way, they heard four frogs croaking. "How soft and sweet," said the courtiers, "that must surely be the nightingale." "No, no, not at all," said the little kitchen maid. "Those are frogs. The nightingale lies far away in the woods." Then they again moved forward. Soon they saw the little nightingale sitting on the branch of a little tree. "So there she is," said the kitchen maid. "She's so small, it looks very ordinary. Why was such a fuss about this?" And then the nightingale began to sing, and everyone became silent. The wind stopped blowing, the leaves stopped rustling, and the whole forest quietly listened to the beautiful song of the nightingale. The first lord told the nightingale that the emperor wanted to meet her that evening. She gladly agreed to go with them. The emperor and his courtiers were assembled to hear the nightingale's song, and she sang so gloriously that the emperor had tears in his eyes. "If you stay with me, I will give you a golden cage and many servants to look after you," said the emperor. "But your majesty, I cannot live happily if I don't sit among my beloved trees," said the nightingale. Then the emperor gave the nightingale permission to go out wherever she wanted as long as she was there to sing for him. And then the nightingale started to live in the palace. One day there was great excitement in the palace. The king of Japan had sent a gift for the emperor. It was a big parcel. The emperor opened the parcel impatiently. All the courtiers were amazed to see the gift. It was a beautiful mechanical nightingale studded with precious stones. It glittered and shone like a thousand lichen stars. The king couldn't take his eyes off the beautiful mechanical nightingale. The first lord said, "Your majesty, here is a sky." The emperor wound the key and the mechanical nightingale sang the most beautiful tune. The emperor was very delighted. है ना बहुत खुश होता है वो. "So where is the real nightingale? Let them sing together," said the emperor. So the two birds sang together, but their voices did not match. It is not the mechanical bird's fault. It will only sing as it can. It is the real nightingale's fault for not matching his voice. with the mechanical bird, said the first law. And so they drove the nightingale from the palace. She flew away quietly from her cage and went into her beloved woods. All the courtiers completely forgot her. The only person who remembered her was the little kitchen maid who still came to listen to the real nightingale's song and gave her crumbs of food. One day, the emperor at the courtiers was listening to the mechanical bird song. The bird sang the same song over and over again, but it shone so brightly that no one bothered about the tree. Suddenly, the springs of the mechanical bird broke down and there was no more song. The emperor was broken hearted. He fell sick and had to remain in bed. No one came to see him. Everyone thought that he was going to die, and they were all busy wondering who would be the next emperor. The emperor's eyes were sad. He looked pale and weak. If only I could hear the music of the nightingale, I might get well again. Said the emperor really longed for the song of the mechanical nightingale. Sing, he commanded, but the bird shone and glittered and remained silent. Suddenly there was a flutter of wings. It was the same real little nightingale. It had come. It sat on the windows sill of the sick emperor's bedroom and began to sing. As it sang the beautiful song, the color came back into the sick emperor's cheeks, and he smiled at his old dear friends, the nightingale. Thank you, my little nightingale. I drove you out from my palace when I got that mechanical bird, but you did not forget your friendship. You came and saved my life, said the emperor. I will sing for you till you sleep and get well again, said the nightingale and started singing. The nightingale's song was a lovely lullaby, and the emperor slept. When he woke up, his cheeks were rosy and he was stronger as before. Everyone in the court was happy as well as surprised to see a healthy emperor again. You must always stay with me, said the emperor. No, I cannot do that. I cannot stay in the palace, but I will come and sit outside your room and I will sing to you whenever you want. And so the emperor and the nightingale were the best of friends for many years. The nightingale sang to him whenever he was tired or sorrowful. So everyone, the chapter is in here. I hope you all are very well understand full chapter. So we will meet you the next class. Thank you everyone.